Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video, we will be focusing on 3 more tips to help you pass the RCA. If you haven't checked out the previous videos, then be sure to click on the exam playlist where you can find lots of useful tips and advice about the RCA exam. As always, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more of the same. Before we get into the video, if you are in the middle of exam preparation, I hope that you do find this video helpful and encouraging. Although I didn't sit the RCA, I sat the CSA before the pandemic, I can remember very clearly how I felt when preparing for my final ever exam. So you'll be fine, and make sure you utilise the top tips in this video. We will be hearing from Dr. Joel Brown, who passed the RCA first time and is due to embark on his own journey now as a GP.
I am Dr. Joel Brown, and I'm a recently qualified GP. Just finished the VTS program here in the kind of West Yorkshire area. And so I've just did the RCA. I've actually passed it in October. And currently I'm just in transition out of being a trainee, and I'm about to start my first salaried post in the beginning of next year. There are tons of RCA tips that you can find almost anywhere on the internet, on YouTube. These tips are specifically based on what I found really useful for me, because I'll be honest, when I started the recording process, I wasn't very organized. I didn't have my cases labeled really well. And so I remember that initial period of trying to find the right cases or figure out what the spread of cases were in my catalog. It was just causing me a lot more unneeded stress. So what I'm about to share in terms of the tips, I think will really help, especially those of you who probably tend to be a little bit more disorganized, and hopefully you can use some of these tips to help to get you right on your way, so that the process is much more streamlined and efficient when you're ready to choose your cases for submission. I want to firstly start off by saying that the exam is passable. It's very doable. I passed it on my first attempt, and I think what I'm about to share hopefully will help you as you prepare going forward. Okay, so regarding exam preparation, I would say flat out, use the 14 fish system to record, as it automates the consent and recording process and makes it really easy to find your videos. Just the process of auditing them and looking through them is really streamlined. Okay, when you start the process, record as many consultations as you can, even consultations that appear to be simple or what may be deemed as low challenge. On the surface, you might be surprised how often just going through those consultations reveal hidden complexities that can actually make your competency shine. And of course, consult the RCGP RCA guidance for specifics on what cases and what complexity is considered sufficient, and that can potentially change as time goes forward. The next tip that I thought was really helpful for me is to use your trainer really wisely to identify the strengths and weaknesses in your consultation. If there are any clinical knowledge gaps, then fill them with targeted reading. If you're struggling with time management in your consultation, get help from your trainer to identify where you could improve the efficiency without compromising a comfortable pace for the consultation and an effective, mutually satisfying consultation as well. I think just use your tutorial sensibly. It kind of goes in with this when you have your weekly tutorial with your trainer. And please go in prepared, pre-listen to your consultations that you think have promise for potential submission, and mark them in your 14 fish. You can actually star the consultations that you think sound like this could be a good consultation. And there's a Bradford VTS website actually has some really good mark schemes and things that can help you to see, are these cases working well. And then the last tip I would say would be around case organization. And this really then helps you with case selection for the RCA. So I would say use a spreadsheet. There's a couple on the Bradford VTS scheme website as well, so that you can easily identify the kind of curriculum spread of your cases, and also whether or not you've achieved the mandatory case submissions that you need to have. So really, I just hope and wish you the best for the rest of your training and for your RCA. I believe that you can do it. if you just plan and prepare yourself, identify your weaknesses, use a system that 14 Fish to organize yourself in your recordings, and use your trainer as an effective resource. And there are lots of resources online as well to just help to tweak different aspects of your consultation. But you can do it. I'm rooting for you.
So there you have it, 3 amazing top tips to support you on your journey to becoming a GP. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.